Park 1. Luna Park was an amusement park that was in operation in Chicago, Illinois from 1907 to 1911. Attractions included a midway, a ballroom, a roller coaster, a roller skating rink, concessions, live entertainment including vaudeville and boxing, and a restaurant. Park 2. Old Chicago was a combination shopping mall and indoor amusement park that existed in the southwest Chicago suburb of Bolingbrook, Illinois from 1975 until 1980. It was built as the world's first indoor amusement park, and it was intended to draw visitors all year round, rain or shine. It opened to great fanfare and over 15,000 visitors on June 17, 1975, with an enormous building that housed major rides such as 3 roller coasters and a Ferris wheel, as well as a turn-of-the-century themed shopping mall with design reminiscent of the architecture of Louis Sullivan, such as his work for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. However, only 6 months after opening, the complex ran into financial troubles due to construction cost overruns. The opening of a competing amusement park in Chicago's north suburbs, known today as Six Flags Great America, hurt attendance, and the lack of large anchor stores failed to draw enough local and repeat shoppers. Park 3. Riverview Park was an amusement park in Chicago, Illinois, which operated from 1904 to 1967. It was located on 74 acres found on the south by Belmont Avenue, on the east by Western Avenue, on the north by Lane Tech College Prep High School, and on the west by the north branch of the Chicago River. It was located in the Roscoe Village neighborhood of Chicago's North Center community area. Park 4. White City was a recreational area located in the Greater Grand Crossing and Woodlawn community areas on the south side of Chicago from 1905 until the 1950s. At the time of its opening on May 26, 1905, it was claimed to be the largest park of its type in the United States. It contributed to Chicago's status as the city with the most amusement parks in the United States until 1908. It eventually introduced the rule to the Goodyear blimp, which was first assembled at the park. Park 5. Enchanted Forest was a small amusement park operated in Porter, Indiana. Park 6. Fun Spot Amusement Park and Zoo was an amusement park located in Angola, Indiana. Park 7. Old Indiana Fun Park was an amusement park located near Third Town, Indiana, off I-65 at 7230 and 350 W. The site is now used for a privately owned hops farm and processing facility. Park 8. Playland Park was an amusement park located in South Bend, Indiana. It was founded by the St. Joseph River, Ironwood Drive, and Lincoln Way East. Park 9. Riverside Amusement Park was an amusement park in Indianapolis, Indiana, U.S. from 1903 to 1970, originating as a joint venture between engineer/amusement park developer Frederick Ingersoll and Indianapolis businessmen J. Clyde Power, Albert Leiber, Burt Feibelman, and Emmett Johnson. The park was built by Ingersoll's Pittsburgh Construction Company, adjacent to Riverside City Park at West 30th Street, between White River and the Central Canal in the Riverside subdivision of Indianapolis. Park 10. Rose Island is an abandoned amusement park near Charlestown, Indiana, situated on a peninsula, the Devil's Backbone, created by 14 Mile Creek, emptying into the Ohio River. Park 11. Salzer's Kittyland was an amusement park that operated near the U.S. Route 30 and U.S. Route 41 intersection, Schuylerville, Indiana, from 1949 to 1993. The 15-acre park was opened and operated by Frank Salzer and later operated by his son Frank Salzer Jr., included about 18 rides and a paddle boat pond. 12. White City was an amusement park in Indianapolis, Indiana, in what is now Bald Ripple Park, that was in operation from May 26, 1906 until June 26, 1908. The trolley park was constructed and owned by the Bald Ripple Transit Company, similar to nearby rivals Riverside Amusement Park and Wonderland. White City was inspired by an exhibit in the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. Park 13. Wonderland Amusement Park was a trolley park that operated on the east side of Indianapolis, Indiana, from 1906 to 1911. The park near the intersection of East Washington Street and Gray Street surrounded a lake and featured a shoot-the-chutes ride, a scenic railway ride, the signature 125-foot tall electric tower, a ride that simulated the Johnstown flood, a dirigible Cairnsville airship, a funhouse, a dance pavilion, and other exhibits and games in its 24 buildings. Park 14. Dodge Park Dodge Park Playland was an amusement park formerly located at Council Bluffs, Iowa. It was in operation from 1948 to 1970. Park 15. Riverview Park was an amusement park in Des Moines, Iowa, from 1915 to 1978. Park 16. Wacky Walter's Adventure Park was a water park located in Davenport, Iowa, that was in operation from 1984 to 2007. In February 2007, it was announced that Wacky Walters had closed and the property has been sold to the Eastern Iowa Community College District, which will operate the Midwest Center for Safety and Rescue Training on the property, a training facility for fire departments. Before the park closed, it featured numerous attractions including bumper boats, kids' pirate ship, Little Squirrel Chillin' Slide, extreme slide called the Bonsai, 2 body slides, Daredevil and Thunderbolt, the wave pool, pond with diving boards and zip lines, go-karts, and miniature golf. Park 17, Schlitterbahn Waterpark, Kansas City, was a water park in Kansas City, Kansas. It was announced in September 2005 by Schlitterbahn Waterparks and opened on July 15, 2009. It was conceived as a 370-acre and $750 million development, including a nearly 40-acre water park, which was Schlitterbahn's fourth water park and its first outside Texas. Park 18, Joyland Amusement Park, was an amusement park in Wichita, Kansas. It was in continuous operation from 1949 to 2004, standing vacant for 2 years before closing permanently in 2006. It was once the largest theme park in central Kansas and featured a wooden roller coaster as well as 15 other rides. Park 19, Wild West World, was a Wild West theme park in Park City, Kansas that opened on May 5, 2007 and closed on July 9, 2007. It was located on 130 acres along Interstate 135 near Phil Ruffin's Wichita Greyhound Park, which closed the same year. Park 20, Fountain Ferry Park, was an amusement park in Louisville, Kentucky that operated from 1905 to 1969. Located on 64 acres in western Louisville at the Ohio River, it offered over 50 rides and attractions, as well as a swimming pool, skating rink, and theater. Park 21, Kentucky Territory, was a theme park located near Benton, Kentucky. Park 22, Ludlow Lagoon, was a permanent amusement park located in Ludlow, Kentucky, operating from 1895 to 1917. It featured a large man-made lake over 85 acres, rides, and other attractions, attracting thousands of visitors daily. The park eventually closed due to a combination of factors, including prohibition, economic downturn, and the outbreak of World War I. Park 23, Tombstone Junction, was a small western town theme park located on Kentucky Route 90 in McCreary County, Kentucky, near the Cumberland Falls State Resort Park. It began operating in the 1960s and continued uninterrupted until it was heavily damaged by fire in 1989. The park continued with limited operation until it was completely destroyed by a second fire in 1991. Park 24, Delta Village, was an amusement park in Tallulah, Louisiana. It operated from the early 1970s to the late 1970s. No traces of the park remain today.